Here's the truth. The most expensive belief for 95% of creatives is the lie that you have to wait for a good month to save. Every month you accept this, you delay your financial freedom and leave a potential $10,000 plus on the table by year's end. This one mistake quietly chips away at your future. Stop accepting the paradox. Together, I'll show you the simple system to build wealth, no matter what your next invoice looks like. Before we dive in, I want to be crystal clear. I'm a financial educator, not a licensed financial advisor. The ideas we talk about here are for educational purposes, to help you build awareness and ask better questions. This isn't personalized financial advice, so please always consult with a qualified professional for your unique situation. Okay, let's get into it. So why do we fall into this trap of waiting for the good month? The core problem isn't just about inconsistent income. It's the story we tell ourselves about our work. As creatives, many of us are taught to build a wall between our art and the world of commerce. We see our craft as a pure extension of who we are, and money as this separate, almost transactional thing. This creates a deep internal conflict. We've been fed the romantic but destructive myth of the starving artist, the idea that true creativity can only flourish when it's detached from financial success. This mindset quietly sabotages us. When we believe our passion shouldn't be about profit, we hesitate. We undercharge for our time, we feel a twinge of guilt sending an invoice, and we avoid looking at our numbers because it can feel like a betrayal of our artistic integrity. We subconsciously decide that we don't deserve to be compensated well for the very thing we pour our soul into. We separate the artist from the business owner, but to truly thrive, you must be both. So how do we heal this divide and build a system that honors our creative spirit while securing our financial future? What if the solution isn't about becoming some ruthless business person, but about applying one timeless principle that has worked for generations, no matter the size of the paycheck? That principle is this: pay yourself first. Now, I know that might sound like something you'd hear from a stuffy accountant in a gray suit, but I want you to hear it differently. For a creative professional, this isn't just a budgeting tactic. It's a profound act of self-worth. It is the single most powerful way to honor both the artist and the business owner living inside you. Paying yourself first means that before you pay for your software subscriptions, before you pay your studio rent, before you even set aside money for taxes, a portion of every single dollar that comes in goes directly to asterisk you, to your future self, in the form of savings and investments. This fundamentally flips the script on how most of us handle money. The common and flawed approach is to pay all our bills and expenses, and then hope there's something left over to save at the end of the month. For someone with a variable income, what's left over is often zero. This old model forces your financial future to survive on scraps. The pay yourself first model, however, treats your future as the most important client you have, a client who gets paid right off the top, without fail. Why is this so crucial for us? Because it severs the emotional link between a good month and our ability to build wealth. It creates consistency in an inconsistent world. When you commit to saving a percentage, whether it's 10%, 5%, or even just 1% of every single check the moment it lands, you are building a non-negotiable habit. The amount becomes less important than the action itself. This action sends a powerful message to your subconscious. My work has value, and I am the primary beneficiary of that value. My future security is not an afterthought. It is the foundation. It's the ultimate rejection of the starving artist narrative. You are no longer waiting for permission to be financially secure. You are claiming it with every invoice you cash. To make this principle tangible, let's reframe it using an analogy from a world we all understand intimately, the world of creative input. Think of your savings account as your creative sketchbook. As a writer, a designer, or a musician, you don't wait for a big commission to start jotting down ideas. You have a dedicated space, a notebook, a voice memo app, where you capture raw inspiration the moment it strikes, a chord progression, a line of dialogue, a color combination. You do this instinctively, without judgment, because you understand a fundamental truth. These small, consistent inputs are the lifeblood of your future work. They are the seeds from which your greatest projects will grow. You are feeding your future artist. Applying the pay yourself first principle is the exact same discipline. Just for your finances, your savings account becomes that sketchbook. Every time a payment comes in, you automatically capture a small piece of it, your 10%, your 5%, and put it in this dedicated space. You aren't waiting for a big idea in the form of a massive paycheck. You are building a reservoir of financial potential, one deposit at a time. The action itself, the consistent habit of capturing that value, is what builds the masterpiece over time. It transforms saving from a stressful chore into a creative act of building your future. But for this to become second nature, we have to go deeper than just the mechanics. What does it take to truly believe our financial future is a canvas worthy of our attention? It takes recognizing that you are no longer a passive recipient of your income, but the active director of your career. This is the crucial leap from seeing yourself as just an artist, someone who waits for inspiration and by extension, waits for the client to call, to embracing your identity as a creative professional. A professional doesn't just create, they build. They build the systems that protect their ability to create. This isn't about abandoning your artistic soul for a spreadsheet. It's about integrating the two. It's the understanding that managing your money isn't a betrayal of your craft. It is the ultimate act of protecting it. You move from a place of hoping for a good month to a place of engineering a good life. You become the CEO of your own creative enterprise. And as CEO, your primary responsibility is to ensure the long-term health and sustainability of your most valuable asset, you. This internal shift changes everything. You stop seeing your finances as a judgment on your talent and start seeing them as a tool, a powerful tool you can use to build a life where your creativity has the space and security to flourish indefinitely. Ultimately, this is the shift from being a passenger in your financial life to firmly taking the wheel. It's the decision to be the architect of your security, not just the creator of your work. Once you truly embrace this identity, the practical steps become clear and empowering. So let's bring it all together and lay out that simple, actionable blueprint. So the blueprint isn't a spreadsheet, it's a profound shift in how you see yourself. It's the move from being an artist who hopes for a good month to being the CEO of your creative business who engineers a good life. And your first executive decision is to always pay yourself first. This single action is the foundation. It ensures your future isn't built on financial leftovers, but on a deliberate, consistent investment in you. I'm curious, what's the biggest mindset block that has held you back from saving consistently? Share it in the comments below. You'd be surprised how many of us feel the same way. And if you're ready to lay the next stone in your financial foundation, hit that subscribe button. Together, we'll keep building your blueprint, one piece at a time.